All right. 68. Matt, you were our DM inspiration last session, so will you do us the honors?
Yeah. So, last time on Don't Split the Party, Du jour continued their efforts to get to the bottom of the uneasiness they've been feeling since arriving in Solene. Finn retired to his rooms after a difficult conversation with Daddy Darlington, and Kieran and Brick met with the druid Nirani to discuss her observations of the land and the attendees at the party. Before long, it was time to start the human chess match. Finn teamed up with his brother Jacob and the Krumars to battle the rest of Du jour in what turned out to be a very chaotic match, as Jacob managed to avoid checkmate beyond all reasonable expectations. Um, while this was occurring, Kieran and Nirani communed with nature. What should have been a simple druidic meditation ritual, instead, Nirani was met with a strange and cryptic series of druidic symbols warning that a great disturbance was felt, most particularly in the water. As the chess match ended and Jacob was finally checkmated, Mest definitely cast a spell, and I don't remember what spell it was, but she had to roll on her wild magic table, causing her hair tendrils to fall out of her head. Simultaneously, some members of the party were flashed with a vision of Jacob, bloodied and dead on the ground of the chessboard after being checkmated. Glint, in that moment, used his divine sense to sense the presence of any fae, fiends, celestials, or undead in their presence, at which point he realized that the only energy of such kind was coming from Duke Elric Darlington himself. As the vision faded and the druidic ritual ended, Kieran, remembering his dream of a tidal wave, panicked and flew to the ocean to sense if the disturbance that Nirani mentioned was real. And that's where we are.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
I need a quick check-in. What is our DM inspiration counter at the moment? Where are we sitting with that?
I think that was full just then with Matt, I think.
It was full or one less.
It's either 6 or 7, yeah.
I think Matt getting it was full, though.
Mm. Is anyone confident?
I'm looking at it now.
She looks at it.
I just have to find the number that's not crossed out 1,000 times. Yeah, we're full at 7.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, I have a little bit to add. Du jour. It has been nearly 24 hours since you have arrived at the home of the noble family of Phineas Darlington. You spent your first day in the country of Solene, specifically in the city of Torcello, enjoying the festival and being the Prince of Vice. Early yesterday afternoon, you arrived at Zistasia, the land directly owned by the family, where Phineas found his mother, father, and 6 siblings were preparing for a large gathering. Since you've arrived, you've searched the Athenaeum for information about the demon that attacked the paddle saddle. You've dined with nobility, and many of you have begun to experience some unusual things. First, it started as a lurking presence for Buttons, then disturbing dreams for Brick. And now many of you witnessed a strange vision. The youngest Darlington bloody on the chessboard. By the way, bloody on the chessboard is way better than Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Whatever follows your tales is growing more powerful and more bold. Your latest leads indicate that an aura surrounds the Duke, and Kieran has launched himself towards the ocean to learn more about his cryptic communion with nature. Can Du jour unravel this threat in time? Well, time is running out. And the threads of this mystery lead you each down different paths. Each of you are needed. Good fellows and ladies, we have an announcement. When we were duking it out over chess, my son, Etram Krumar, used his early loss on the board to propose to the Lady Emmeline Darlington. We are absolutely honored by this union. The Lady Emmeline and her family are a respected noble house who rule over a joyful and beautiful people. The Darlingtons and the Krumars have been united in nearly all matters, and I'm eager to witness this bond strengthen. We can accomplish anything together. I need anybody who is currently in the garden grounds. So that's going to be Mest, Phineas.
No, Matt ran away.
Mess ran off.
I'm sorry. You were right. Phineas, Brick, Buttons, and Glint. To roll a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm. 11. 20.
Okay.
Dirty.
23.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
or
I
23.
thought Kelly said 30.
30.
16.
We're gonna start getting to that point though, where it's gonna be like 33.
Yeah, it's soon too. It amps up quickly. Okay, so in this case, everyone besides Brick, at the end of the speech, we can accomplish anything together. You see that Mr. Krumar's eyes meet with each leader head present in the garden grounds. A round of applause is offered to the happy couple officially, and you see that figurehead of leaders group together with several glasses of champagne to cheers and head inside to the west wing of the house. First, I would like to know, where is Mest?
I think Mest would have gone back to the house.
Okay.
Maybe back to her rooms.
Okay.
Or that area, just to be by herself.
Okay. What's, just so I can understand, what's the hardest impact for Mest right now? Is it the wild surge effect on her physically? Is it the vision?
So I promise she's not vain. It was the vision. It really
Okay.
scared her. And the thought that like she could cause something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was kidding before. Mess does not have a child murder spell.
Things were tense during.
Any spell can be a child murder spell if you try hard
Doesn't
enough.
have a specific child murder spell.
Guys cannot stress how easy it is to kill a child in D&D. In fact, you don't have to try very hard at all.
Here, let me show you.
Okay. Okay, let me think then. With that, what do I want to do first? There's a lot of, if you can't tell, there's going to be a lot of things happening all at once. So, what I think I would like to do first then is, okay, Buttons. What is Buttons doing right now?
Well, first of all, I think I said it at the... Maybe I meant to say it at the end of the last session or whatever, but after Mest runs off, Buttons would pick up her tendrils and put them in a pouch.
Okay.
And then, it's cool. But, okay, cool. And then now we just had the speech. And Buttons, kills the Duke. Oh,
Goodbye! That's
thought I
sharing
heard-
my screen. That's not ending the call. Where's the end call?
Kelly, there's an overlay.
Damn it.
it's
I'm
not
just-
your father.
I've just started getting better
I'm
about you
bothered.
guys doing the fucking emotes over our faces. Speaking
Unless,
of which, now's your cue.
unless it is her father and he's just always been a celestial fiend or undead.
That's true.
I'll have to find out.
We
Battle
could
of the
kill him
Darling
to
Kids.
find out.
Murder
That's
you all.
quite a way
I've
to
been in
find
it the whole time.
This feels
You
like a
know,
witch
like-
hunt. He's a witch.
Did we have a chance
But we
to,
know he's a witch.
did we
Just
have a
trying to figure out
chance
what
for
type.
Glint to tell us all about that
So-
already?
I did
Telepathically.
make a point
Oh,
to
right.
telepathically tell everyone. I think you specified except Phineas.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. For those present, I didn't pre-plan. Is there anything you guys want to do with that information right now? You have, what I will say is, I'll let Buttons think of something else if there's anything else you was going to do. But if there's, you have a couple moments to discuss that information that we kind of gained at the end of last session before something next happens. So if you want to talk about it, and theorize, you're more than welcome to. I'll give you a few minutes if that would help.
Hey Finn, go ahead and congratulate your sister for us.
Okay. As a player, can I ask why are we keeping this information from Finn?
Because it's about his dad, and he doesn't have the best judgment about his dad. That's as Glint, that's his thought process.
My fear is we're gonna make a decision about a character that affects Kelly's character, and I don't know if that's fair.
I imagined more that we would discuss how to tell Finn, and
Okay.
rather than like do it to him without it
Totally.
talking to Finn.
Cool. I'm
Always had
cool
to
with
do it
that
to him.
personally.
Okay.
Don't do it to him, you guys.
Always gonna do it to him.
Had to do it to him.
Had to do it.
Oh God.
Willow's chasing her tail.
He's trying to do it to all of us.
So I guess if we're having a little bit of an aside, do you think it truly be Daddy?
Oh God.
It could be, if he's always been a celestial fiend or undead, then it could be.
You never have seen something of the sort in Finn's aura, right?
I'm assuming I haven't noticed any celestial fiend or undead aura coming off of Finn.
I'm a bastard baby. Am I a bastard?
I can say with wow, the speculation running wild. Did I live for it? I can't say that we've certainly never identified that.
He's been within range when I've done it before.
Sure, I'm thinking about that, but let's go with that has not been clear as of yet.
Okay. That has not been clear as of yet.
They went too far. We went too far.
Slay. Kings.
It's possible there are groups that are born of celestials or fiends, but are not themselves celestials or fiends.
Didn't you guys get like magic stuff from his office?
We could have, but chose not to.
Maybe that has something to do with this like aura of magic.
How many rings were there?
God, there was a lot in that.
Yeah, there was like 5 or something.
Was there one for each, like, noble person?
Mm,
Oh, Lord
I
of the
don't think
Rings.
so.
God, I
Rings
wish
of
I could
power.
remember specifically. There were more than 5. I'm less than 8. I can't. Less than 10. I'm so sorry. I really
I
don't
still
remember.
love you know the number.
It could be a
I
desecrated.
genuinely think it was 6. I genuinely think it was 6 rings.
Just to remember, it
think
could
that's
be
right.
a consecrated or desecrated object that is on him. Why not?
Nope. Because I didn't use sense good or evil. I used divine sense, which is a paladin ability.
More
Wait.
specific, I think. So.
It notifies you of the presence of certain types of creatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
You
creature
were-
type and not a
An
not
effect.
a
Like
effect.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do we know?
Did not
Do we
understand
do we
that.
know he was a fiendy boy, or is it just?
No,
We don't know what type.
I didn't know the type. As
Okay.
written, it doesn't specify that you know that. He just ends up being a celestial and trying to help out everyone.
Or he's Fey. And like,
Well, Faye's not one of the ones that I can pick up.
isn't it? I thought it was
Oh.
Not
Fiend
for
Undead. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Celestial Fiend Undead.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Does that change the magic page?
No, it stands.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
fiend
totally.
undead.
I got a lot of things wrong then. I thought it was okay.
This is Enchante.
So how do we go about figuring out what this is?
I think we should just tell Finn. If my mom had been some kind of monster, I would like you all to tell me.
I think that'd be a good thought as well, but it does not answer my question.
What was your question?
How do we figuring out what this is?
Maybe we ask.
It doesn't it say you can also within the same radius detect the presence of any object that has been consecrated or desecrated?
That's
I can sense anything that's been affected by the hollow spell.
That
So
has
like,
consecrated or desecrated as with the hollow spell. So if it's even without that spell, if it's something's either one of those, you should pick it up either. And it also says you know the type, but not its identity.
I think Paige was like finicky about that though, and she was like, nah.
Okay.
Right?
Does that say that in yours?
oh,
Colin?
it summarizes it. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I clicked
Does
in
it-
on it.
Oh, well, specify. I've been more
Okay,
than happy
yeah.
to answer if that's what the spell does.
Registers the presence of strong evil or good. So it is still a celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. You know the type. Okay, you do know the type.
Okay. This is a
Um,
reveal of sorts then, because I can say of
okay.
those three what it is.
What?
Glent, when you used your paladin divinity, you sensed the aura of Duke Elric Darlington was of celestial origins.
ooh.
Okay, I share that with everyone. Everyone has known that he's a celestial being of some sort.
We should definitely tell Finn his dad is a god!
It's ego.
Would Glint know that celestials are not necessarily good in the way that we aren't necessarily good in the way that we would perceive good?
I don't know. I think that's a fair conclusion to come to with your understanding of religion. There can be good and bad under religious
Mhm.
beliefs, and that falls under creature types as well.
He could always be the type of good that says that all evil or not good, all beings that are evil or neutral or not good in the way that he is must be eradicated. Or that sort of celestial. I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing.
Or he could just be Sputnik. Celestial body. I don't know. Or just like
I love
satellites.
that the first thing you thought of was Sputnik.
Yeah, of all the satellites, I went Sputnik. Not the Hubble telescope.
Nope.
Not any of that.
Not the space
Sputnik.
station. Nope, Sputnik.
Sputnik. Back to the Cold War, baby.
Okay, King.
No, I
Maybe-
started something very bad.
Just think.
Mhm.
Just King.
Slay King. Okay. Okay.
So he's a celestial being. Nothing that Finn has ever said indicates that he knows this about his father. And Finn certainly doesn't show any godlike intuition or ability.
Oh wow.
Hey,
I'm trying to get a rise from Kelly.
you're getting
you
it.
know such rise. I'm reading about celestials.
How to communicate with your dad when he's a celestial?
When you find
I
out
speak
at
celestial.
the age of 22 that your dad's a celestial. Wait, do I speak celestial? That would be amazing if I just picked that. I don't.
That would be
How to
sick.
speak celestial?
What a missed opportunity, y'all.
I fucked up. Oh, but I do have the spell tongues, don't I? Or did I change
Yeah,
it?
your dad just randomly taught you Celestial your whole life. Like, you don't know why.
I'm gonna try. No, I have tongues. I can talk though.
You can just talk to him in common.
The few of you gathered together discussing this on the garden grounds have a few more moments as you see Finn meeting to the happy couple, Etram and Emmeline. What decisions do you come to?
I think you should know, like, I don't understand much about celestials, so I am not one to talk.
He also would have sensed a strong presence of evil or good, right?
Was it evil or good?
Well, it might not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I honestly don't know how to answer that one. I'll be real with you guys.
All right.
Hey, I'm not a king all the time. I only slay some of the time.
Paige, things are strictly within good, evil, neutral, chaotic,
Sure.
lawful.
And you guys know how much I care about alignment, how much it means to me as a person. I fucking
You're
hate
the
it.
you're the resident alignment enforcer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
times have you changed your guys' official alignment in this game after sometimes you've been fucked up, honestly.
I don't know my alignment.
Chaotic
I
neutral.
don't- I
No
could-
consequence.
All right. How does that
Okay.
conversation
It sounds
resolve?
like we want to speak with Finn about this. We'll hold off on, I guess, making any decisions until that.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Did
No,
you do
like-
that into the mic?
No, I was trying to lean away from the mic, but I realized I went towards it.
Sorry, it just felt so deliberate. Okay. Okay.
It was
Okay.
deliberate. It was deliberate.
I want Buttons to roll a perception check for me.
Buttons wants to roll a perception check for you.
Aw, for me?
For you.
Thanks, dude.
According to my
Wow,
Google
another
searches,
16.
celestials are mostly good. Okay,
Yeah, but they can be good in the like destroy all evil and all the
No,
types
like
of
their
good.
alignment is good.
Are
We hung out
Google
with a-
searches as thorough as the ones you did to turn off dark mode, or
All right, all
So
right.
we hung out with a celestial in Strahd that made a fucking puppet girl.
Yes, lest we
And he was-
forget.
he was technically good?
She was good.
Was he good?
Yeah.
No.
He wanted
Uh,
to kill Strahd.
You rolled a 16, Buttons, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As this conversation's wrapping up, you've had a couple encounters with the staff here at Zastasia, and you can see, like, your eyes kind of follow where some of the leaders kind of went back inside, and there's a line on either side of the, like, double doors of staff lined up, kind of just, they've been kind of everywhere. You've seen this hundreds of staff at this point, but what catches your attention with your perception check is there's a line of them kind of all normal height, and then one dips down and it kind of goes back up. Unusual.
Unusual for someone to be short.
You haven't yes, it is. You just haven't seen a male staff member who's below medium height.
Oh.
The Discord sound effect changed, you guys. Every time you guys are messaging, it's a different sound now.
I think that was
Oh,
My,
was it something else?
Google Chat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was like, oh,
Um,
Discord changed their sound. Pop off. Okay.
So, I mean, what does this person look like?
You go and investigate?
Yeah.
Okay. You approach, it's a line of like tuxedo suits essentially and tails. And they're all kind of looking straight ahead. And as you walk your way down the line of, in this case, several men, you can see one is wearing a rather out of place hat and is short in height. It's a familiar figure. You recognize it. Salt and pepper hair, beard. Clearly has taken the tails of someone else's uniform. It is Babe. And he says, sorry, I gotta scroll.
Oh, good. Oh, good. This is so good that he's.
Is it? This is. It's old Babe.
It's old Babe. It's Babe
Yeah.
you met. It's Babe de jour met in the caves of the Blue Dragon, perched
Right.
on an armchair, reading a book.
Right.
He'll look at you, Buttons, and he'll say, "You got a second, Harold?"
Harold.
Yeah.
I got plenty.
You'll see he'll shrug the tuxedo tails off, and he'll bring you into the west wing of Zistasia. He'll quickly kind of head you down the hall, kind of looking both ways into a room, and you'll see it looks to be one of the many studies, one of which that you guys didn't get to explore yet. And the door closes behind you. It's a smaller study, certainly not as ornate as the ones you've enjoyed in the last 24 hours, but it is lined floor to ceiling with books. And as the door closes behind you, you'll see
What
he
be
starts.
the tea, babe?
Nice. So the gnome wizard has several books hooked to his leather garter. Well, it seems, and he looks around, fun. How are you enjoying the festivities?
They be enjoyable, but in seeing things.
He's engaged. He's like definitely like actively listening to you, but you see he's strolling around you, and he begins to peek and pull at several books on the shelf. Several are in different languages, and as they kind of stack up on a nearby desk between you, the books have no rhyme or reason. Visions, you say?
Aye, of calamities and death. And what do you know of celestials?
Calamity and death sounds fabulous. I do know a fair bit about celestials. Hobby reading. I don't mean to sound presumptuous. Do you read Gith?
No.
Beginning to dabble myself. You'll see he pulls one of the books from his garter. He stacks it on top of the books he's pulled from the shelves.
What be all these books you be stacking?
Just browsing. And he'll tap his fingers on the book he's pulled. I'm translating the most interesting story. It tells of a pack of Gish with their red dragon mounts who stumble upon a particular pack of people, ancient people on the material plane with the most unusual abilities.
What do this have to do with the Duke?
May I? And he like gestures to your wrists. Like he is just on his own. Like he's in the conversation and he's deliberately not answering you, just going on with his own tangent of points that he seems so insistent on doing. May I? He gestures like kind of almost like reaching towards your hand, your wrists.
Do I recognize? Yeah, sure. But I'll look over.
Yeah.
Do I recognize any of the? Can I read any of the books, like the spines of the books that he's pulled out? That I can do Common and Minotaur, and I don't know that Minotaur is technically really a written language.
I don't think in this setting. I think there's definitely going to be opportunities where a Minotaur can be written. You will see most of the books he's pulled are not in Common. There is one in Common, and it's a mathematics book. It clearly talks about a mathematical theory, and it's a rather thin book. It's almost a pamphlet compared to the other books he's stacked. The book on top that he gestured originally is in a language you do not recognize.
My head be spinning, babe. What be happening here?
Do you offer your wrist to him?
Yeah.
Okay. You will see Babe will grab your wrist, and he's a gnome, so you'll see he'll almost grab your wrist with two hands, and you'll see he'll kind of work his fingers around where your hand meets your arm. And it looks like as if he's checking for something. I want you to roll an insight check.
What am I gonna lose my hands? Fuck,
He
it's
pulls out a
nine.
knife and cuts it off. What was that?
Nice.
Nine.
A 9. Okay.
A dirty 9.
With a 9. Okay, with a 9, I'll say he appears disappointed. Oh well. There's not much time left, but details are always muddy on this. Can you tell me about your mom? Is that a weird transition?
Aye.
What's she like?
It will be. My mother was dedicated to her people. She was powerful in her own way. I didn't get many of her abilities, but
You didn't?
no, not that I know.
Oh, oh well.
Okay, if that's it. What you be doing here?
Just asking questions. I'm bored. I had time.
I'd be asking questions too, but I'd be getting less answers than you.
You're right. That's not fair. Okay, what questions do you have? You have one question.
What be the significance of the Duke's celestial state?
I don't know. I think it's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
I think you're giving me a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
Am I? I feel I'm quite helpful. Have you found out about the augur yet?
The augur.
Yes.
Have I found out about an augur?
It
I
was
know.
the
Therian
Therian
augury.
augury, which is what the young
Young
college
babe
babe
asked us
was
to do research
researching
on
about.
it.
Oh no,
the-
he was researching.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
researching on it, but we never heard of that terminology before.
Yeah, it was like the something augury, right? Was the group
The
of people?
Therian
Therian.
augury, yeah.
I don't know that I know much more than the young babe.
Ah, youth. Well, I guess we can talk about that one later. You've got time for that still. I guess my advice. I guess my advice for you, Buttons. You see, he stumbles over calling you that.
Yeah, he's calling me bugs and bonkus.
Harold.
Harold.
Harold, yeah, he's called you Harold. He grabs the book he'd put on top of it, and you see it put it back on the garter belt, and he taps it on his side once it's like latched back in. I'm a student. I'm a wizard. I can make sense of this. He gestures to the book. But what you've got, that's a power I can't quite wrap my head around. Sounds quite temperamental. You should figure it out. That would be my advice. You can clean these up, right? I've got an appointment.
Don't know what the meaning of an appointment is for a person that can travel through time, but if you say so.
Time is important. Even if I can manipulate it. It is important. He'll jump up, like kind of tap you as closest to your shoulder as he can probably reach.
He's mid thigh.
he's very short next to Vines. This is the most extreme combo. He'll do like one of those cheeky little wings because he's a son of a bitch, I think. And then he'll like kind of pull open the double doors he's brought you into the study and walk out the hall. Unless you have something else you'd like to say to him.
We'll be seeing you again soon.
Oh, I'm sure. Ta-ta.
Be safe in the time.
Yeah. A whirlwind. I think the conversation would have lasted all of a minute and a half, if not 2 minutes. The stack of books still left on the desk of the study. What does Buttons think about, or what does Buttons do before returning to either his party or to the other guests?
Oh my god. My brain is all twisties. Buttons would give another look at the books that pulled out and see if there's any kind of recognition I can get out of anything in that pile. I know only one's in
I
common.
can tongues if you let me in. I can tongues them. I can
That's
read
Ooh.
them.
dirty.
You,
Oh no,
you,
I can't read. No, tongues is only spoken.
you can tongue him.
I can
You
tongue
can-
him.
Did
I think the
Babe
spell you're
leave
looking.
the book that he took out of his garter on
No,
top?
he put
Oh.
that one back on his belt. I think what you're looking
No.
for, Kelly, is comprehend languages.
Yeah, I didn't take that. I took tongues.
That is a-okay.
Yeah, well, let's see if
Just kidding.
buttons. Oh, did can I divine? This is I was gonna ask this a minute ago, whether he was saying herald or herald, like HA versus HE.
That's hard. I'll be real. How would one dictate the difference verbally?
The
Well,
importance of it, maybe? Like a gesture?
Well, I think what Wes is asking, is it Harold, like a
Right.
proper name, or is it
Harold or herald. They're different words. You would hear it.
Harold?
okay.
Am I not making the difference clear? Herald.
Okay.
Okay.
That does change it, though.
That is the what's it called? I have the Storm's Herald.
Yeah.
The hammer that I have.
Yep.
And I could be the herald of something.
Oh,
Hell.
God, guys.
The Herald of Andraste.
Herald of Andraste, baby.
The herald of Kumar.
No, this
Paige
is so
just
scary.
Paige just inserts Dragon Age into the fucking game. Of course, she
It would
does.
really be
That's
bad if the big bad here was Solace, though.
What if I called him egg? Oh my god, my villain would be a fucking egg. Let's go, dog. Anything else, Wesley? I know I put you under crunch time, but I think there's going to be a lot of those moments tonight.
I think I'm gonna go back to relay this to the homies, and I'm
Okay.
definitely not putting away the books.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Not putting away the
Maybe
books.
like I would relay that and also say that there is a pile of books in the room if anybody wants to take a look at them.
Okay. Okay. Let's jump back briefly to the gardens. Phineas, if it's okay, you've approached Etram and Emmeline, offering, I'm sure, congratulations. Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you do next?
I would. A lot's happened, okay? Phineas doesn't know how to feel at the current moment. He's had a lot of downs and ups all within like 3 hours. So I think he would look for Kieran.
Okay. You would not find him.
Yeah. And then I think he'd go back to the party then and ask, like, trying to gather everyone.
Okay.
And ask where the hell Kieran and everyone else is.
Well, we can clarify for sure. Bira, I know Victoria's off cam, but we had established Bira was in her rooms.
Mhm.
She'd stayed in
Yeah,
her rooms.
I would have known that then.
Okay.
And
you would have
yeah.
saw a mess run off. So you would have seen
Okay.
that from the chess match. I
And
think
you
the
would have
only-
seen you would have seen I transformed into a bird
Yeah.
in the middle
Mhm.
of
Okay.
the thing and flew off.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I would approach the group and kind of try to address what we just witnessed before the announcement of an engagement regarding Jacob. Did you guys all see that too? Must have, right?
Yes.
Rick, is that similar to like what you saw in your dream? Your nightmare?
The nature of the violence was not the same, but the suddenness of it felt similar.
Then, that's not the only weird thing going on right now.
I know. I lost. I'm sorry I lost. You know, I was betting that we were going to win because Jacob always finds a way to win. So you don't have to rub it in that I lost. I know.
It's not about that. Are you aware of anything unusual about your lineage?
No. I don't know.
Okay, well, to rip the bandage off, your father's a celestial. Like, is of celestial origin.
Don't you think we have
Or
enough to deal with today? Like, we have a lot on our plate. Why? How do you know? I don't believe you.
well, I do have divine intuition that does tend to help with these things. And lo, Joaquin revealed unto me that the being that looks like your father is a celestial.
Low.
No?
You did say low.
What do you... No, I would know that if that was the case.
Clearly not.
You don't always know if your parentage is a little loosey-goosey.
Not here.
I'm so sorry. We have
Am I
you in
not
your
here?
room. No, but
Oh,
I'll get you in the mix soon, I promise. I'll find a way.
Bean, do you know, like, the story of the sun on your crest? Maybe it is something to do with that. The light of the gods. I don't know.
I need to go figure this out. And I think with that, Finn would go inside and try to find his mom.
Roll a perception check for me. Finn, specifically.
25.
Finn, besides your older sister, who you just spoke with, and your younger siblings, you do not see your father, your mother, or your other older brothers in the gardens.
Yeah, I would then go inside.
Okay. I was gonna keep going, if that's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You do see a member of staff lean down and tell your little brother Jacob and your little sister something, and you see them run off into the house towards the east wing. Where do you head?
Is their manner of running normal kiddish
Yeah.
running?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not panicked or anyway. Yeah, no,
Okay.
you're good there.
And it's what, mid-morning?
It's at this point healthy afternoon, I'd say.
Okay. I would go into the house and, you know, around this time, Miss Darlington, my mom, likes to have a nice cold glass of
Tea.
yeah, like no, it's almost like a fruity iced tea sort of thing. Yeah. In like this nice sunroom area. So I would go to that area to see if she's there.
Yes. She will be there.
Is she with anyone else?
No, she is by herself.
Okay. I would sit down in the chair across from her grab a second glass, pour myself a glass of the nice fruity iced tea, and I would just look at her for a second and smile and see what her face looks like.
Smiles back at you. This is a nice moment.
Mhm.
She's used to find her, and spend time
Mhm.
together.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Why are you congratulating me?
Well, Emmeline's getting married.
Yes, she is getting married.
That's exciting. I know that's what she wants, and it seems like that's what you and Dad want.
Yes, what's wrong?
Do you feel like you're just completely out of the loop sometimes? You have no idea what's going on around you, and you feel like you're the last to know about everything?
Yes, I have 6 children. I have seven children. Yes.
I
I'm
come
always
to you
out of
with-
the loop.
No, I always keep you in the loop, Mom.
Well, you haven't been here, Phineas. I've been strictly out of the loop. What are you trying to figure out?
I'm lost and I don't know what to do. So many things right now. I just have this huge weight and fear on my shoulders that something terrible is going to happen. And I feel responsible that I need to take care of it. And I have no answers. And I feel like I'm drowning in information. And I have to put on a happy face for a wedding when I feel like there's a bigger issue.
Can I help you? What can I do?
What? Why is Dad this way? You know Dad. Dad never was emotionally available. He was always busy, and now he wants to have me be the guest of honor. He wants to show me love and affection and offer me fancy cigars that you guys only had at your wedding.
Phineas. He's changing. You left and he figured a lot of things out. He found a new purpose.
Okay. Is Darlington not enough on his plate? What other purpose?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's found God again. He's found Lathander.
Okay. He was never like again.
I know. We were never really big on these things, but he's getting to a certain age in life, and I just think he's reevaluating. I think he regrets a lot of his absence. He's not a perfect man. He still has his moments, but I've seen a lot of good in him. He's trying.
Okay. So he's had a moment with God. Did something happen to make him all of a sudden have this change of heart?
Well, I just always thought it was a big deal when you left. Your brothers got married, but they stayed close. I think it really shook him up. I was fine.
Mhm.
I
You
feel
know
like
how,
I haven't helped you fully.
No, that I guess, we're allowed to have a change of heart and, look back on our previous mistakes and try to fix them. It's just, yeah, it's not like things are going to just change overnight and I can just move on and completely have a normal, open relationship with Dad all of a sudden. It seems like that's what he wants, and he needs to give me some time to process all of that.
Yes, let's give it time.
Mm-hmm.
Give it time, Phineas.
Yeah. I know the Darlington name goes on forever here in Celine. But is there something I don't know about who we are?
What are you suggesting? She's like humored. She's used to you spinning a tale. She thinks you're about to spin a tale.
I think my friends are full of shit, and they're just trying to wind me up. But
Phineas, can I stop you?
what? Yeah.
You know I love you.
I love you too.
She'll give you a big kiss on your cheek, another kiss on your other cheek, and then kiss you on the lips.
That's how we do it. You maybe I forgot.
Can we kiss all? It's all the kisses. Some people do well around their family. And we love you no matter what. I just think you're just not happy here sometimes. I think coming back has not been good for you. And that I would want the opposite. I would want you to want to be here and be fulfilled and have your
I would cut
purpose.
her off. And I would hug her. I would say, Mom, no, it's not that. It's not that at all. I love you guys, and you guys mean the world to me, and Celine means the world to me, and everyone here means the world to me. I think it's just that I've just discovered a whole other world outside of Celine in the short amount of time. And
You don't have to explain it to me, Phineas. I understood why you left.
there's just a lot of bigger issues that I never even thought about now that I'm facing. And
I know I'm a lot of things to a lot of people, but I'm just your mom. I don't have all the answers, and it sounds like whatever you're dealing with is a little over my head, but I love you and I support you. And if you need me to do something to help with your father, just say the words and I'll do it. But I can't do what you do. I'm not an adventurer. I'm just a mom with a lot of kids and a lot of people in her house who've been here a couple days too long, in my opinion, and they just got here yesterday. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
I do understand you're a good mom.
Okay. And now I have to plan a wedding, and
I
I'm very
know.
happy about it.
Don't worry, no, Emmeline's
I'm-
gonna plan it all. You don't have to do a
Yes.
thing.
You're
You just
absolutely
have to show
right.
up.
Just give it time, Phineas.
Hey, Mom, are we Celestials?
What? End scene. Okay. I am ending the scene there because I like that as a pause.
Okay.
Okay. What I'd like. So goofy. I wanted to. Phineas. Oh, Mess, I want to follow up with you. What's going on?
I think after convalescing, that's the word, right, for a little bit.
Don't
I
ask me.
think it's more pull for the group. Mess might go check on Bira because she last we heard she was
Aw.
hungover.
I'm still hungover?
You stayed in your rooms.
Okay.
It's one of those 2-day hangovers.
Fuck, I've never had one. I don't want one. For Bira.
Wasn't the party just last night?
Was
Yeah.
it?
So
It's
Yeah,
just gonna
okay.
be it's a 2-day hangover. It's gonna be one.
Okay. Alright.
I think Bess would just go and knock on your door. Bira, are you alive?
Oh, I was hangover, so I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you? As she opens the. Oh, hi, Bess. Do you want to come in? I'm just resting. Are you okay?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm fine. Don't look at the back of my head.
Have I already seen it? I feel like I've already seen it.
Yeah, they hang
Okay.
down or they like look like hair. She's just like, please, for my sake, don't look at it.
Does it hurt? As long as it doesn't hurt.
No, it's kind of like being what you humans call bald. So it doesn't hurt. It is cold.
She looks around her room. Oh, and do you wanna wear my hat? It's warm.
I will. Mess like points at her horns and is like, "No, I'll just be cold. It's fine."
Okay. Or we can just wrap my shawl around you like a.
Just like wearing it like a blankie hood.
Yeah. 2 little like pokes in it. Just like blanket tent.
That's a good visual. Are you feeling better? Or you didn't come down?
I think so. I think I was a little nervous to meet Finn's family, and I drank a little too much, and I used to drink not too much at the inn, even though we were right there by alcohol all the time, but I didn't really have vacation, and I may have overdone. But I feel okay now. How was the game? Who won? What happened?
It was good. We won. I don't like human chess, and I'm fairly certain Finn's little brother is the worst kind of cheat I have ever played with.
I heard he just changes the rules of the game. I didn't think you could do that with chess. I've never played though.
Yeah, as it turns out, you can just start adding stuff in the middle of it if you're not feeling confident in how the game is going for you. Still lost though, so I'm happy about that. But you missed out, and you shouldn't be so nervous about Finn's family.
You might not have realized this about me, but I've never really dated anyone before. Or like when I have a crush, usually the other person doesn't really have a crush back. And I've told them and they've told me that they don't. So like, this is kind of a big deal for me.
Fair, but you and Finn are pretty established, and the Darlingtons have shown nothing but like kindness. Even the Krumars, who I thought might be a little brusque, absolute delights. The mom, the daughter, so sweet. Like you're, I guess, intermarrying at one point, maybe if this goes as good as you think it might, into this family. So I don't know.
Never thought that far.
We're just, you're an adult. He's an adult. I think humans get married pretty quickly. I don't know.
They do, don't they? I actually don't know what my lifespan is. Yeah. Well, maybe today will be. What time is it actually? Sorry.
It's
later afternoon.
Yeah, it's early afternoon. I'd say it's like 1, maybe 2.
Okay. Maybe tonight dinner will be better. I'm kind of hoping that I don't sit directly next to Finn's mom again, because I didn't know what fork to use, and she was just there. And so
you can
I just
usually
kind of tried
work from the outside in. Just as a heads up for next time, you can usually work from the outside in.
Okay, I'll do that, but hopefully I'm just like at the very other end of the table, or like 3 people away, so she can't just like look at it. Anyway.
Well, there are more Darlingtons. There's actually like a lot of them. So you might be sat next to one that you don't know yet. Is that as bad? You shouldn't be.
Probably not. You must feel right at home, though. You've got lots of siblings, and it's got to be a boisterous group. Is your home like this?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not as stuffy. I would consider my family closer to what you might consider like normal. There's just a lot of them, and we eat a lot of food, but that happens when there's a lot of you.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen my family. I'm an old child, so all of this is just pretty new to me. Very loud here.
Yes, well, they're formally engaged now.
Oh.
So that will probably be more boisterous, just as a heads up. If you wanted to be more conservative with your beverage consumption.
I think I will.
Your cup may run us over.
Oh no. Did they say when the wedding is happening? Is it soon? Are we staying for it? Are we leaving? What's going on like this?
I
Just sleeping
don't
all day.
have any more information than what I've provided to you. Given how, let's say, perfecting Finn's sister is, I imagine it might be a long time, but alternatively, it seems like everything's set up, so maybe it'll be soon. Again, you humans, your culture, it's a
tomorrow.
little
No,
strange. It's a little strange. I feel like there's a lot of hurrying up to wait.
That makes sense. That's true. But why are you in here? Why aren't you outside celebrating with everyone? Besides, unless this was cold. I guess it's cold.
Cold. A little cold, yeah. I was hoping to grab my shawl. Cowl. I guess it's a cowl, technically. My secret, well, my not so secret shame. I'd like to cover it. But, Vera, I actually spoke to Duchess Darlington just before I got here. We ran into each other in the hall. She is hoping, and I was trying to protect you from this, but she is hoping to speak to you. She asked that I tell you to meet her in the East Hall.
Oh. Okay.
She seemed pretty urgent about it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You can have your scarf back if you want it.
It might feel more comforting. Do I look okay? And she kind of stands up from the bed and like dusts herself off, spins around. A suitable for seeing a Duchess?
Yeah, and you don't look hungover, which kudos.
Thanks. I've
That's
been
cool.
trying.
You're succeeding.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, she didn't tell you what for? No reason. Nothing.
Just asked after you. I don't know.
All right. Well, wish me luck, I guess.
Good luck.
Can't be worse than dinner. I just want a drink.
One person.
One person. All right. You said the libraries?
East Hall, please.
East Hall. This is a huge house. All right.
Yeah, there's at least several halls and like 16 studies that we found so far.
That's too many studies. I'm looking. I don't think there's anything I can do to help besides offer with your coldness, besides offer my shawl, but just let me know, okay?
Thank you. They'll grow back in a couple hours. I'll be fine.
Oh.
It's just for now.
I didn't realize
It's not permanent.
Dragonborns have that.
It's less of a Dragonborn thing and more of a mess thing, quite frankly.
24 hours, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
When a couple is 24, I love it.
This is rounding up. She wants it to be just a couple.
It's
That's
just a
Paige's version
for-
of a couple.
24 maybe.
Oh no.
Perfect.
24 hours in D&D time is like, so you'll have hair again in like September next year?
Yeah, that's doing ball for a really long
I
time.
resent that.
We play, yeah, baby.
Because
Like
it'll be like, here's the thing we're meant to do, and then we'll be like, ooh, a shiny thing.
It's like
Yeah.
the TV show 24. All events happen in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Wait.
well,
Best to like wave her off. Good luck.
thanks.
Hope you find your dad.
Hi, buddy. Okay.
He's dead.
I love that. Okay.
There's
Can we
transfer.
can we do a quick be right back? I need a bio break and we're about an hour in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna throw it to a be right back screen and let's be back in like 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Aye, yeah.
And we're back. Okay, sorry about that. So picking up before the break, Bira is heading to dine, have a drink, have a tea with
No drinks.
fruit tea.
She's hungover.
Right. Before I get to that, those outside, Glint, you see Mrs. Krumar amongst the partygoers, and she approaches you, looking for Missandria Rad.
I'm afraid I don't know quite where she's gone.
Oh, well.
I point in the direction that she went. She went that way right after the chess match, but I'm afraid I don't know where she's off to now.
Oh, well, would you mind if I asked a young adventurer for a bit of advice? We could take a
Of
stroll.
course, that sounds wonderful.
Wonderful. Well, I will lead the way, gold glinting brightly. And she'll walk down a familiar path through the gardens that Mest kind of met her on just the night before. I will give you an option. Glint, you can either roll a... actually, sorry, I'm taking that back. My notes are bad. Roll an insight check for me, sir.
15.
Yeah. She seems worried.
I hope this isn't out of place, but it seems that you have something on your mind.
I wish I could say I'm just feeling happy, but with this exciting announcement, it just leaves me worried. I used to be a little bit of an adventurer myself, but they're long behind me. But, there are some things that never leave you, that sense. And it makes I feel fearful.
I've always found that it's good to pay attention to those, especially the ones that you can't quite put your finger on. Is there anything in particular that you feel it may be stemming from?
Persuasion check.
Oh no, my paladin. 18. It's a +7. So.
Oh, man. My husband hasn't been terribly forthright with the party. I'd like to believe he wants to hold off the inevitable, but I fear war.
War?
Miergan's silence, it really can only mean one thing. I fear Queen Jacinia is planning tyranny against the other city propers of Miergan, or perhaps even us, their neighbors.
I won't pretend to be incredibly well versed in, the fighting strength of every nation, but my understanding is that Miergan is relatively disunited and a bit smaller than some of its neighbors.
That is true, but it wasn't always like that. And for a long time, the city of Miergan did hold control over the entire land. Now, it's been a bit of time, but the king is dead. It's gone silent. There's too many signals of concern. I'm sure my husband is trying to spare any concern to our children, but I anticipate our visit here wasn't completely wholesome. In fact, I imagine that they're discussing right now what the next steps are.
Mhm.
You'll
Do I
see
get the
she'll-
impression that she's
Okay.
being honest?
Roll an insight check for me.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. She appears to be honest with you, Glenn. She is disclosing a bit of vulnerability to you. You see, she's looking towards the back towards the house, specifically in the direction of where the leaders went off to in the West Wing. You know, when I was younger, I cared more about those things, but then my children came into my life, and I just want them safe. Perhaps now Etram, on his upcoming nuptials, he won't be as eager to prepare for drastic measures as his father, but what do you think? Gold glinting brightly. If you were at the head of that table, would you seek peace, or would you prepare for something worse?
Well, from one adventurer to another, and it may not be that. It may be, as you say, that they all think that war is coming, but my party and I have experienced a number of interesting phenomena recently. Stones from the Breakening, ancient powers awakened, and it seems to be something that is affecting more than just one nation, but it's spread out throughout the world. And when we heard of Murigan's silence, our thought didn't go to war, it went to a new calamity stemming from there. We haven't been able to verify that yet, but it may be that they're preparing for a war that will never come.
That is certainly more to absorb. But in an odd way, it does make me feel better.
I thought that as an adventurer, you may appreciate the difference between fighting other humans and fighting against greater, more different threats.
Absolutely. Though I can't say I quite ever got to the tier you speak of as an adventurer, but I think I understand.
Well, that is where our focus lies, and I suspect that we will probably be going to Mir again at some point. Though when, I'm not certain.
I can say with confidence we would welcome you warmly in our own halls. You would be welcome.
Thank you. I trust, and I feel I don't even need to say it, but I trust that you'll treat this information with the respect and gravity that it requires.
And my secret as well, an adventurer's oath.
Of course.
Thank you. As you wander through the gardens with Mrs. Etram, I think that leaves one person in the gardens from de jour. Brick, you're out there by yourself. Buttons has gone in with Babe, Glint with Mrs. Krumar, Kieran off toward the shore, Phineas, Bira, and Mess inside as well. You are outside. There's still a few people nearby, including Narani, the Furbolg Druid.
How did the end of the nature connection go?
It is far worse than I expected.
Yeah, Karen ran off to turn into an
Yes.
eagle or bird of
Yes.
some kind.
He was heading to the shore. I'm not sure how to help.
What did you see together?
It would take a deep connection to nature to fully grasp it, and even I was confused, but I sense doom impending.
That is about on track for what we have noticed.
Good, so you're prepared.
No, we have no ideas.
And you'll see she's absorbing this information still, but you'll see she'll make eye contact with you, Brick, and she'll suddenly wash with concern. Are you feeling all right? You look quite clammy.
Clammy?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
clammy. She'll bring her like her hand to your forehead. You're sweating.
Rick doesn't sweat.
No, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck? Boba, I know it's bonkers.
I love that Boba was just
Look at
like,
those
you're like,
little
what
eyeballs.
the fuck? And Boba was like,
15.
What was that?
15? 1-5?
That will not succeed.
No! Hey, can I use the DM inspiration?
You
Is
want
that
to?
something? Is the party okay with that?
I don't give a
Yeah, if you want to
Let's
use
try. I'll use it. Burn it. Burn it to the
Oh,
ground.
I'm checking my
there?
notes. Sarah, this would have been with disadvantage.
Oh.
You can still use the DM inspiration, but you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
I did. So I used the DM inspiration. It was a 17. I'm going to roll it again. Whichever's the lowest is the one we're going with. It's going to be 10. So.
I'm so sorry that I missed that.
Well, then I burned it. Okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, big
It'll be
deal. We
okay.
have 6 more of them.
Yes. So, Brooke, what feels like the heat of summer at nearly midday becomes sweltering, and it overwhelms your senses. Your eyes begin to flutter, and your vision clouds with darkness as you see Narani lunge towards you. Your vision blacks out to darkness as you fall to the ground. You feel sweat dripping from your forehead, along your hairline, and down the side of your face. Like a single teardrop, the liquid begins to cool as it reaches where your head touches the ground beneath you. As you quickly recover, your senses begin to return rapidly. Your limbs can feel drops of water kissing your skin. You smell crisp, dry air. It stings your nostrils. You're cold. You open your eyes, and it's snowing. A bright landscape of white snow lines the familiar outline of a rocky skyline. You are on the outskirts of Ashoka Kiwi.
What?
You stand up, and you can see that where you laid is a rather unusual snow angel. Snow angel has formed. The ground directly underneath of you, packed with the snow that you laid on top of. Roll a perception check.
Oh God, guys. Perception. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's
The
a
DC
6.
is low. Meets it, beats it. That was the DC. It was a low DC.
Oh yeah.
A small circle marks around your snow angel, almost like an outline, creating a small barrier between the ground between your snow angel and the border is completely devoid of snow. You can even see the cracked and rocky ground outlined it. So it's like, imagine a frame where you can see the ground. You're Snow Angel, and on the outskirts is just snow everywhere else. I would like you to roll a nature check.
It's -3, guys. Yeah, it's bad. It's 5.
That is not high enough.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's 5.
But this is familiar ground, despite the weather. I'd like you to make a perception check
No.
with advantage.
Yay! Hey, 21.
You are near the small ledge where the Watcher usually camps, the member of the tribe made responsible to watch over the dead. What do you do?
I look over the familiar outlines and the crevices carved into the hillside, and I look for a silhouette.
Where you are, I will say, where the slope is, it's kind of covering your view of Ashoka Kiwi. You can see the nearby, yeah.
I'll step. Oh, but if I'm the Watcher, I can't go in. Like, oh, this is interesting. Am I
Rick.
the Watcher?
At the top, although you're at the bottom of the slope, you can see at the top of the slope, there is a fire burning.
I go to the fire.
As you climb the slope, your bare feet cut a path through nearly pristine snow. You can see a campfire is burning at the summit. The figure of a man with a bright orange-red cloak faces away from you towards the flames. Bistahi, my brave bear, my stubborn crane. But Brick, you do not hear it in those words. You hear it in Yavapai. Bistahi, my kitchi kuruk, my nil tadil. You know that voice.
Oh my god, guys. This is bonkers. Oh my god, I need a minute, like 30 seconds. So much shit just said in that. Oh my goodness. Ahoti.
The figure turns to you, and it is your late husband, Kurd. Smile on his face. He's happy to see you. And he says, just like the first woman and first man, we can see each other's fire. Jahanil looks over me, and I look over Yavapai. Roll a history check for me with advantage.
Yeah, I don't know if I've known that name. History with advantage. Well, guys, let's hope the rolls are high. They're not. 6.
DC's low. That's still, the DC was 5.
God damn it.
I'm just giving you a mechanic to cut through the emotion because I knew you'd be
Okay.
emotional.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Johanna is the Yavapai's goddess called the Sun Wife.
Sun Wife.
The Sun Wife, and she is. I picture her to be just one of the many, like, mythological gods or goddesses the Yavapai people speak of with honor, and it's essentially she's just the person who brings the dawn.
And he said, and what's the pronunciation? I'm so sorry.
I can give you the spelling too.
Yeah, please.
It's gonna be Johanna. Hold tight. I'm putting it in the general chat. There you go. And what Kurd said to you was, just like the first woman and first man, we can see each other's fire. The Sun Wife, Johanna, looks over me, and I look over Yavapai.
How long has it been? since we saw each other.
How long has it been?
I mean, for me, it's been over 2 years.
I think he just kind of he shares that same experience just by looking at you. You guys, you didn't have to speak many words to understand each other. It's been the same amount of time. Ahote brings you around the fire, and now you can see beyond it to the sacred grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to your snow angel, Kurd had created a barrier around the grounds of Ashoka Kiwi. The sun rays reach the rock buildings, warming the dead and keeping the grounds clear of snow.
You are the Watcher, then. You do a better job than what's his name.
That guy sucked. That
Uh,
guy sucked.
His name was
Oh,
I
it's
think
in here somewhere.
Karuk, wasn't it? No, Vidziel, isn't
Vidziel.
it?
That's it.
Vidziel, he is strong.
Vidziel.
Is what
Holy-
his name means.
Fuck.
Vidziel.
What is this?
And you see Brick gesture to this cold around the fire. Does it feel cold to the touch?
Yeah, it is cold.
Okay,
yeah.
so it is snow. Okay.
Yeah, it's true snow. It's
I don't know if Brick's ever seen snow. That's kind of why I.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Kurd would have seen snow either.
How long has this cold been here?
It is the cold of death.
Ah, so I died. That druid lady got me, huh?
No.
Oh,
Shohonai has given us a gift again. And he looks to the spear on your back.
I pull it out to him.
joining me?
Hmm?
Joining me? I imagine there is going to be another great hunt.
Before we hunt, I asked the Sunwives for this to speak with you. He'll sit you down by the fire, and he will say, "There are many gifts, and this is one of them." And as you look to the fire, you can see Kurd's favorite meal is cooking on a spike over the fire. You have to eat well for our battle ahead. As you begin to eat, you can feel the warmth kind of wash away. The feeling of cold disappears. And for a moment, you can forget where you are and that you're just sharing a meal with Kurd. And you begin to talk as if nothing has changed. And then there's a moment where he looks at you, Brick, and you see his smile falter. And you can see a different Kurd. A Kurd that you never really knew. It's still him, but he's changed. And he looks at you and he says, "This is not the beast I knew. The woman I hunted with was afraid of nothing. What are you afraid of?"
I do not know my enemy. I do not know its weakness. I do not know how to fight it.
But you know yourself. And you know the hunt. And you always know better.
The best. I know best. You know best. I watched you eat bad meat just because I told you you'd get sick. And you were right. You did not get sick. That time I did not. You are stronger than any beast that gets thrown in your path. You are the smartest, most beautiful woman I have ever met. I do love when you say nice things, but I will also remind you, you have only met Navapai women. And they are not like my Bistahi. Thank you. Oh, my belly is full, but my head is swirling. There is a lot to figure out still. And I do not want to leave the fire yet. You don't have to. You can rest. That would be nice. I will keep watch. Do you mind if you stay with me? I am with you. And we share each other's fire.
I knew I was gonna get her. I didn't think I was gonna get me. Okay. He watches over you, Brick, with a full belly, as you begin to rest by the fire. When you come to, Narani is holding you right by your shoulders. She's got a cold compress to your head. She's like, okay, take a deep breath. You're okay. You're okay. And you feel that warmth.
I am great.
Oh.
I guess I need to find Kieran.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess you have to go find Kieran. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I feel better than I felt in, like, I don't know, like maybe 2 years.
Holy shit. Okay. I think we'll stop there with Brick. And sorry. Let me just see.
Pardon me.
Okay. Let's go to Kieran.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me get to you. Okay. So, Kieran, last we left off, you had just finished your communion with nature. You dashed in your eagle form? Was it eagle?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get the bird right. In your eagle form towards the shore, towards the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull him back a little bit. As you plummet into the water's surface. Okay? So, you plummet to the water's surface, shifting from your wild shape back into your natural Genasi form. The momentum of the fall looks like a blip against the wall of blue as you dive beneath the surface. There were several warnings in your communion with Narani, druidic symbols that describe doom and death. But what answers do you expect to find in the watery depths?
I think the dream that Kieran had of the tidal wave is sticking out to him. And I think when I went in at the end of last session, I was kind of just opening myself up to sense whatever there is to sense down below. A force, a feeling, some sort of resonance with that feeling that that Kieran's been having, that sense of danger or unease, trying to find if there's a something to lock into with that down here.
Okay. I roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Okay. That's a 14.
Okay. You are still, the momentum of the fall is still pushing you deeper and deeper. I imagine you didn't dive immediately into from the shore. You may be like a bit off of the shore, right? So you can get some depth. And with that perception check, you would find there are schools of large goldfish. Goldfish that you recognize as the ones that were swimming through the waterways in Torcello.
Yeah.
And they are crowding the ocean.
I know I don't know much about these fish, but based on my understanding of like aquatic wildlife, does that stand out as strange to me? I know I rolled a nature check at the end of last session, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was nature or something else, so I was trying to remember it when I wrote my
Yeah,
notes
I
down.
rolled a nature check. It was a 25.
Yeah, it was something insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is unusual. This is extremely unusual. And though you might not know the exact species and why, the
Right.
fact that there's so many of them out here seems odd.
Such a shame that I don't have speak with animals prepared.
I was expecting that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on having a jaunt into the ocean today. I do have speak with plants, so I could find some algae if I need to, but I think what I'm gonna do is swim towards the schools of fish, keeping a distance and just sort of like get a sense if they're focused on something, if this crowding is like chaotic, if it's organized, if they're moving towards or away from something.
Okay. I'm gonna take the nature check in mind.
Okay.
Which was obviously really great. So as you approach the schoolfish, they do not look panicked. Certainly disorganized, to answer that question. But they seem a bit agitated. Like they're not they don't expect to be here. This isn't planned. You can see in the distance as it gets closer, like further north, closer to the city of Torcello, that there's even more fish. You can see it from like a depth, in like your dark vision at this depth of the ocean. You can see like there's just even more of them, kind of crowded even closer to towards Torcello. Wow.
Is it like they're coming
away
from?
from Torcello. There's just a lot of them closer to the city.
Shit. Am I sensing anything else beneath the water that's sort of affecting the environment, or are the fish the most notable thing?
Can you be more specific?
I think the things that Karen would sense are like temperature changes in the water, strange currents, or any sort of like noticeable features, like a wreck or like a predator that's like swimming nearby.
Okay, thank you. I was asking because I wanted to determine what I want you to roll.
Yeah.
I think I'd like you to roll an investigation check.
Great.
Because of those details.
Okay. Ooh, okay. 19.
Kieran, you sense from here a very slight, almost imperceivable change in temperature. And you can feel if you were to head toward further out into the ocean, it would get warmer.
Gets warmer the further
It feels,
you go out.
yeah. And this is like that 19. It's like you like your focus is to Torcello, and just as you do, you kind of look back and you can just feel heat. So subtle, but out towards the ocean, it's getting warmer. It just doesn't feel right. You have two options. I'm giving you an ultimatum. You can head towards the city of Torcello, or you can investigate the depths of the ocean a bit further.
Oh, shit. I think that moment of instinct would draw Kieran further out into the ocean. I think that moment of sensing temperature change is going to draw him further out.
Okay. You follow that investigation, that insight, that intuition you've had. And it might be all the doom and gloom you've been fearing that leads you. It would take you over a mile further out into the ocean.
Okay.
Following the base, the bottom of the ocean as it plunges deeper and deeper, the depths getting more and more drastic. You can breathe underwater. That is not the concern. But as you begin to swim further and further down, the light can no longer reach these depths, and you're relying on dark vision to continue further.
I don't have dark vision.
You're relying on instinct. It's quickly becoming pitch black as you can feel a quarter mile, a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. The water is growing exponentially warmer.
I think that I can do this because it's magical. It doesn't say anything about the flames being extinguished, so I would like to cast Fire Shield on myself.
What does that do?
At 4th level, which, according to the spell, thin and wispy flames wreath your body for the duration, which is 10 minutes, shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. You can end the spell by dismissing it. The flames provide you with a warm or chill shield as you choose, and they grant you resistance to certain types of damage. Yada yada yada, but it doesn't say anything about
damage
being extinguished. So it grants me resistance to either cold or fire damage, depending upon whether I pick a cold
for
or
the shield.
flame shield. So you said is it getting hotter?
Yeah, it's getting much warmer.
Then I'm gonna put the cold shield up. It's sort of like white, wispy flames glowing around me, and I have resistance to fire damage.
The light illuminates the base of the ocean here, and you can feel a layer of protection between you and the growing heat of the water. Uncomfortably warm at this point. The light kind of reaches out on the sandy bottom of the ocean, and it is devoid of wildlife. No fish. You can see the wisps of algae that may have littered this aspect of the ocean have died off and have floated away in the currents. As you continue to travel, unknowing how hot the water has grown, you can see a faint light ahead.
Oof. Do I get a color, size? Okay. Yellowy, orangey, kind of red. Is it emanating from a specific like object, or
At
is
point-
it
at
like
this point-
is it coming through the floor?
it seems to be a specific point, and I would picture it almost like being in a really long hallway. Uh-oh. We lost someone's camera. Being in a really long hallway and seeing a flashlight pointed directly at you is kind of how it feels.
Okay. I'm going to, just in case, speak out in primordial.
Okay.
And just offer like a very formal greeting and announce my presence.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting closer if I need to fucking hightail it out of here, or if there's some reaction.
No reaction, no response.
Kieran's gonna stop, take a breath, close his eyes, and think about the staircase between all things and the man he met on the staircase. And just ever so like briefly just be like, God, I hope you're out there watching this. And make my way towards the light.
The light, focused from the distance, begins to grow wider as you approach. At this point, the shield lights your way, but the distance between your light and it is growing smaller and smaller. At the bottom of the ocean, Kieran, is what looks to be an oval, hovering just above the bottom. The light pooling through this shape. Warm, red light. From here you can see where this shape touches the water. Bubbles of heat rise, creating this current, this movement of water upwards. As you approach, Kieran, through a portal you can see a man wearing gaudy, ornate clothing of yellow and red and an ornate gold sun mask. Behind him, a cluster, an army of demonic figures. And the mask itself almost moves and smiles. And that's where I'll cut Kieran for now.
Away from Kieran or cut Kieran?
I'm cut away from Kieran. I know I'm getting close to 2 hours, guys, but I have 2 more things I want to do, if that's okay. Phineas. After your talk with your mother.
Oh, yeah.
We'll pick up there.
Okay.
You're making your way through the halls.
Did she respond? How did she respond when I asked if I'm a?
I don't know. Let me think about it, honestly.
Okay.
Is it okay,
Okay.
if I jump to something?
Absolutely. I didn't ask the question then.
To be fair, no, you can ask. It would have probably been like
Should have blown it off like
confusion.
you're stupid.
Yeah, to be fair, that would have been the
Silly
tone.
Phineas.
So she
Okay.
is. It's unexpected. It's an unexpected question.
Mhm.
It's like asking if you're a child from the milkman. It's like that absurd to her.
Okay.
As you leave her room, is that your son? You just knocked something over. Anyway, we can deal with it later. As you leave the room, you pass by one of the private rooms in your house that your family exists in, and you see your 3 older brothers are gathered at a small table in the room. Hugh and Aldous are gathered around Mirik. Roll an insight check.
$23, sorry.
Okay. Phineas, you can see as you enter the room that Mirik appears to be crying, and his older brothers are comforting him. And you will hear Mirik will say, just gonna miss not having her around all the time.
Oh.
And Hugh and Aldous will kind of chime in, Mir, we don't even know when they're getting married. Slow down. And the other one will say something like, think of the positives. You just became the most eligible Darlington. And then they'll all look towards the door and they'll see you. And Mirik will very quickly sober up. Besides Finn here, of course. He'll get up and he's not great with sharing his weakness with his younger brother, I picture. But he'll put a big arm around you, around your back and shoulder. Hey, Phineas, how's it going, man? Hey, don't let Dad get you down.
Yeah. I guess. It's hard, because he drives me crazy. He's a mind fuck. He has been different, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me.
Roll an insight check.
$13.
Roll it with advantage. This is your family. You can read them pretty well.
23.
Your brothers seem equally annoyed. Or as off-kilter as you feel right now about your dad.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't... Mom says it's a good thing, It just feels different. He goes into the prayer room now.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, Mom says he's really religious. He got really religious.
We go, to church on, Christmas, but, outside of that, Lathander's, our boy, but, not, our daily boy.
Yeah. Merrick kind of agrees with you. I mean, the positives are he's not, forcing it on us, It's his thing. It's still Christmas for us. What do you mean, why?
He has enough on his plate. Why all of a sudden is he now obsessed
You're
with
asking me to
Lathander?
emotionally evaluate our father? Is that what you're asking me, Finn?
Yes. I haven't been here for 2 months, so I didn't see the moment that changed him.
I don't know. You just got really religious a few months ago.
Did something happen? Besides me
no.
leaving and Emmeline getting courted?
No, I mean, you left, and then Aldous and Hugh went to their homes, and it was just the rest of us. Nothing happened. I mean, he still keeps his distance sometimes, but when he's here, he's really here, and that's the weird part.
Has he been having a lot of outside guests to Zastasia? Or is it just really just for this engagement?
Well, definitely. I mean, this is definitely the most. But I mean, yeah, it's still the normal thing. So and so from so and so place. I mean, he always had people here, but nothing different. A few letters. A few guests, but yeah, nothing I can pin to. Why? What do you think's wrong with him? Should we get a doctor?
For me, yes. I need a psychiatrist, I think. A what? I don't know. It's just my mind is running in circles and I'm tired.
You know what Mom would say?
Yeah, I just talked to her.
You should talk to him. I don't recommend that.
The last
That
time we
sounds
did,
awful. That sounds like the
did.
worst thing ever.
It is, because we did try talking this morning and we had a huge blow up. So, yeah.
No.
And he gave me something out of the blue.
Was it money? Do you need money?
No, I don't need money.
Oh.
It was like a ring.
What?
Yeah.
And the oldest. A ring. Let me see it.
It's upstairs. I threw it in my dresser drawer.
Okay. No, I didn't get a fucking ring.
You can have it.
Cool.
Maybe I
okay.
didn't say that.
Thanks. This is great. Sick. Free
Maybe.
ring. Thanks. Finn, you're my favorite brother. Did I ever tell you that? You're my favorite brother.
Hey, Merrick, you hear that, you little shit?
He is not a little shit and his arms wrapped around your shoulder right now.
Yeah, I know. He fucking took me the fuck out.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Like, right now, like, there's too much on my plate to even think about, like, girl things and the future when I just... Being an adventurer is really hard. It's like really hard.
Oh no. Phineas, sounds like you're having an identity crisis.
I am.
Oh man. Well, Merrick's like, well, I don't know how to help you because I'm perfectly confident in who I am as a person.
I just saw you
I'm
crying.
just kidding. No, you didn't. If you tell anyone, I will rip your arm off.
Okay.
Okay.
I will end you.
Ain't you. But I don't know, man. Just walk it off. I don't.
Has Dad made any, like, brought up anything about, like, our lineage or
Yeah.
an imminent danger?
Endlessly. Danger?
Well, let's go. We'll come to that in a minute. The lineage thing.
Yeah.
Like,
all
we're
this
just
is like,
Starling
yeah.
kids, right?
But yeah, all this is like, you really want to go through the family tree?
You know, it's never fucking ending. We've been here forever.
Yeah. Are you adopted? What's going on? You're acting so fucking weird.
I know. I don't know who I am. I don't know who Dad is. Who is Dad? What is Dad? Where are we? Who are you? Where are we? No!
Okay. Finn, maybe just...
We're just regular humans, but like noble humans, right? Like we wouldn't be anything else besides that, right?
You're goddamn right we are.
Yeah, baby.
All right. In all seriousness, man.
I'll be like, we're just normal people, right?
Oh no! I need you to roll. What is happening? Is that your son?
Cat's knocking
okay.
in the bathroom.
Roll a wisdom saving throw to like keep your fucking cool, dude, because you're freaking the fuck out right now.
18.
Okay. Man, you need to get a hold of yourself. Like, I know they are officially engaged, but things can be broken off, and you're being real freaked out right now. How about just like take it easy? I'm sure they'll get married in like 2 weeks, and then have your midlife crisis. Or your quarter life crisis. Sorry, you wouldn't have gotten that wrong. They are your brothers. They know how
I
old
love
you
it,
are.
like medieval life expectation.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Just walk it off, man. It'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. It will be okay. Cause I got you boys.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yes. The mantra we say on cue, and they'll all kind of lean in and give you a big hug. It's all right, brother. It's all right.
It's alright, brother. It's alright. It's alright, brother.
You all go your separate ways.
Uh-huh.
Kelly's having an actual mental breakdown live on stream. As you head to return to the grounds, to du jour, you walk by a dimly lit room. Candles are the only thing that light the room, and you can see your father is kneeling, praying in the prayer room.
Fuck Dad.
I'd watch him. I'd like lean up against like the entrance, the door entrance, and just watch him and look at him and say, "Do I really know this man?"
Who is it? His back turned to you. I had him roll a check. Who is disturbing me?
Your guest of honor.
He'll break his hands together and turn to you. Phineas, come. We should speak.
This is one room I don't recall ever seeing you in.
Yes. And he'll gesture, like he'll sit up from the center of the room and he'll sit down at like one of the two pews that are in the room. A wooden bench. Gesture for you to join him.
I'm sorry for what I said earlier today. I am trying to navigate my changing family, my relationship with an adventuring party, and this overwhelming feeling of imminent danger, and I have no answers to, and I'm sorry.
He'll nod. I understand that I've made some errors in the past, but I'm trying to take care of what matters to me, our family, your mother, your brothers and sisters, your home. Phineas, I'm happy you have the opportunity to find your purpose. You know, some of us are born into it, some of us are born with it, and others have to seek it out, take it. And I understand that now. I think I understand you more now. But you're not wrong. That feeling, that fear, things are going to be changing. I'm gonna need you.
To roll for initiative, bitch.
Listen,
I'm just kidding, sorry.
let your mother, let your sister and your little siblings find those happy moments, but I need your strength. There's a war coming.
I've seen it.
I need you by my side.
Like the war from...
Listen,
like
don't
Mirgan?
don't worry about the other things. I'll pay to send your friends wherever they'd like after the wedding. And then you and I can discuss how to best prepare for war. Merrick will lead forces. I'll keep Aldous here to protect Estacia and the Darlington legacy, but I need you right by my side. We'll likely head to the Garridans immediately with the crew Mars.
Well, I need more information then.
There's war, Phineas. This is your purpose, son.
I'm not a I'm not a soldier. I'm not a hero. What? What?
You're Darlington.
What war?
There are threats. I can handle the rest. Just trust me. I've given you your time to figure things out, and you've returned home. This was the talk we were meant to have. You're meant to be here, helping me. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
$24.
Let's go.
That succeeds. You feel this urge, this pressure growing. This pressure has been on you since you got here, Phineas. This is your purpose. I need you. This is what we need to do. And it's making you feel smaller and smaller, and then it shatters. And it's just you looking at your dad, and he's telling you what to do.
Yeah. I'm my own person. And I love you. And I love this family. And I love this land, this country, whatever this is. I love Celine, but you're not going to tell me what to do. I have to make the decision for myself. You've always told me what to do, and I've never been happy. I need to find my own path, and I need to have the information and make my own choice.
You'll see that last push of impatience you remember from your childhood from your father. Is that a no?
It's a, I don't know. Why me, of all people? I'm the one that you always... I was the black sheep of the family. I'm the one that never wanted...
As you start to push back on your father, without the answer, he, in frustration, swipes at the nearest thing, a candle. Wiping out the flame, the candle goes scattering. Well, fuck! I wasn't expecting Daddy's little boy to fight back. Bira, the last thing you remember is arriving at the tea room to meet with Mrs. Darlington, the Duchess. Your eyes flutter open in a room with barely any light. Almost complete.
Did I get Bira napped?
With complete darkness. I need you to roll a perception check for me.
Regular check. Okay. Oh, great. I got a +0 on that. That'll be fine. Oh, it's a 14. That's okay. Ish.
There was someone else here in the room with you.
Okay. Damn it, I have identified, but it's for items and not people.
Bira, it sounds like you're trying to cast something, or you're thinking about casting something.
I'm thinking about casting something.
What does that look like when you typically cast? Like when you're writing yourself?
She kind of like fiddles with her bracelet. It probably makes a little like clinking, but just kind of like a...
It does clink. It
kinda
clinks
like-
against
yeah.
an extra piece of metal, though. Your arms are chained.
Well, fuck
You're-
me. Okay.
You're fixed to a wall, and the echoing clangs off the wall of this metal.
Hello? Is someone there?
You hear a male voice, tired, clearly
exhausted. Seems they've given me a visitor.
Yes. Hello. Hi. We've been waiting for you. No. Who are you? Where are we? What's going on?
I expect we are still home.
What a strategy.
My name is Elric Darlington.
No, it's not. I've met Elric Darlington. I met him with no. I'm sorry. The first, maybe? Senior?
I'm Duke of Celine, and whoever you met is a fraud. And that, I think, is where we should end tonight's session.
Daddy Snatchers.
Paige.
Daddy Snatcher.
Paige.
Not just a bureau snatcher, we got a daddy snatcher.
He got dad now.
How did beer get snatched?
I
wants
may
to-
have recruited somebody for mysterious causes. Let's give a round of applause for Kayleen for being a very kind player to me. There is somebody who is lurking with disguises and is manipulating the situation to get people in certain places.
A sheepy
So-
shifty.
It was not Kayleen, truly. It was Paige giving Kayleen some guided directions to get you somewhere. So
it
thank
was
you,
not real
Kayleen.
mess.
So it was a body snatcher of
snatcher
meth.
mess.
It was.
Is
I've been.
real
I've,
mess okay?
I've been doing this. It was messed.
Not real babe either.
Who are you?
Where are we?
No!
Not real babe.
Kelly,
Uh,
I
question.
loved that rant you went on. You were like, I don't know who I am. Who are you? Where are we? Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, that ring is evil. That ring that I was given is fucky.
You just gave it away to your brother.
Oh,
That
I did.
may-
No, it's still in your
I
dresser.
threw it in my bedroom. In
Yo,
I
my
think that
dresser.
I think the jig is somewhat up. I may have actually tried to give you guys a cursed item for once in my life.
Good job. It could have
and Finn
worked.
was like, no.
I'm so
my
mad.
daddy.
All those rings that the boys found.
Oh,
were they
I'm not
cursed?
answering that. I'm not answering
Oh.
that.
Yeah, we are still very much here.
Mike, I know we had a very long hiatus, and we have a lot of questions, and my only goal tonight was hopefully to give you guys something more answers and something more tangible to work with. I hope I
Okay.
You
accomplished
did
that.
that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
much
man.
so.
I know it
Just
was
dropped.
I know it was extremely guided. That is not the goal. I just wanted to kind of give everybody a moment, and to get us back in and give us more drama.
I don't mind having some railroad.
From a mama.
I don't mind having some railroad tracks here and there. It
I
helps
agree.
move stuff along.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you gotta get to the trackless part of the ride, but they do have to load you in.
Yeah.
We have, I'll be real, there's a lot of danger, and you guys let me split you. So thanks. Split you,
Danger!
split
At a certain
the
point,
party.
you listed off every place we were, and I was like, oh, we have split the party completely. Who knows where Mest is? Like,
I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
I don't know. I'm endangered.
same.
Up in her room.
Mest
All
is just
people
actually
too.
hanging
I was
out.
like, let me go
Yeah.
find Kieran, the guy who's however far out of the ocean.
At least a mile. At
Yeah.
least a mile.
And I went, I'm gonna go find Kieran.
Well, hopefully
I'm
fire
not
dudes
gonna
can swim
die
very
Die
well.
underwater. Oh my god.
Bet you wish you were still a fish now, huh, Brick?
Yeah, that
Guys.
would have been great, guys, if I was still a fish person.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be like mindless and eye buggy?
Yeah,
by
I
now?
would have turned
Yeah,
into like, a
absolutely.
guppy. Yeah.
I have something I need to add. It's not in game. It's just, though you are all amazing, I will not be giving out DM inspiration.
Ooh.
So the reason why I asked about your pool is because it is finite for the time being.
Sorry, guys.
So
Whatever.
whatever.
Let's go. Whatever.
I love that energy.
I don't care.
And it's strictly. I hope you don't feel it's a punishment. It's strictly to add tension mechanically. Okay.
Sorry, guys, for using it.
That's
Dude,
fine.
we still
No.
six.
They're meant to be
Six.
used.
Yeah.
Mama's got lucky. We good. We good.
What if we never get them again?
That's
Well,
what she
then
just
we'll have
said.
used them
They're
when we
finite.
needed them.
Just because I wrote so much and I'm very egotistical tonight. Tell me your favorite part. What did we like about tonight's session?
I liked getting to play Not Messed. And I also liked the daddy reveal at the end there.
Okay.
Oh, brick and curd. That was really
Yeah.
heartwarming. Like the emotions have been all over the place this one. It's been hot, it's been cold, it's been scary, it's been tear jerking.
Yeah, I also don't want to like gloss over Babe.
The
Popping
babe was
up.
mine.
Like the
Yeah.
whole Babe and Buttons interaction, I'm like,
Ye-
this is a fucking code. Like,
Agreed.
there is-
I loved the babe stuff. The fucking portal with the sun mask.
The
You
princess-
fucking
Yeah, that-
monster. You fucking
Right.
monster. We see a smirk through the mask.
Prince of Vice.
Prince
of
of
Vice.
Vice.
Prince of Vice.
Oh.
Is it me in the future?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Did
me,
you get recruited
hi.
by this devil thing or demon, whatever?
Is it the kink of the devils?
the Devon King.
Well, we know it's a celestial because, like, that's what we
It
identified
could be
them
what was the others?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was.
we
with.
did.
Our page said it was
Right.
celestial.
No,
Well,
Celestial
no,
doesn't-
she just said
If the
that
daddy
your
was
dad
celestial.
was celestial. That thing could still be a devil or a demon, and the celestial
could
could be.
Could be coming
Huh?
after the fake daddy. Like we might not be the only targets of the demons.
Or the celestial
What?
and infernal planes are working together to get rid of us.
Or, and this is not an answer, just to further muddy the water, spells can be cast to change what your creature type appears as. You can also illusion how you appear.
Yep.
Prince of Vice.
Prince of Vice.
Making Finn have a whole existential crisis about having a
I
god
didn't do
dad
that.
and
I
it's
didn't
just
fucking do
Kelly-
that, by the way.
Kelly, that was like so brilliant from like an acting standpoint. It was so authentic. Just like the immediate like, wait, my dad's not my dad. Who am I? Like, it was so good.
That was just me.
It was so good.
Oh my god.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, there sure fucking is.
One of the other reasons why I want to make sure I upload the video this weekend
Okay.
and catch up on some stuff. We were kind of doing an every other week. Are we still good for that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say if,
This next Wednesday I'm not available because of Tech Week, so
Right.
wow.
I would prefer every other week.
I'm gone the 23rd.
Ouchie.
Yeah. For Thanksgiving travel.
Right. That was the other thing. We are getting to a holiday that week. That's going to be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You're not hurting my. Oh, I can also stop the recording. Bye, recording. Good night, us.